Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a topic that might surprise you, nuclear energy. Now, when you hear nuclear, you probably think about the explosive mushroom cloud, right? But there's a new twist. Tech giant Google has just signed a deal to build 7 nuclear reactors. Why? To fuel the energy demands of artificial intelligence. Yes, AI is so power hungry that it's turning to nuclear. Before we dive into the podcast, don't forget to subscribe this channel and turn on notifications for more valuable AI related content. So, why is AI heading into this direction? What makes nuclear energy the solution? Stick around for the podcast coming up next, where we'll break down the full story.
Okay, so AI, right? It's like everywhere we turn these days.
Yeah.
Writing our emails, making art, even helping us plan our vacations. But have you ever actually stopped to think about what powers all that brain power?
Yeah, it's really easy to get caught up in all the excitement, all the cool things AI can do. But the energy it uses, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And people don't always realize it.
Yeah, for sure. It's not just like a little blip on your energy bill either. We were looking into this and get this. Asking ChatGPT just one question, it uses, get this, 30 times more power than doing a Google search. Now imagine millions, billions of people using AI all day long.
It's a huge amount of energy. If AI were like its own country, it would use as much electricity as all of Argentina. So it's like we have to power another whole country. No wonder tech companies are trying to find new energy sources. And some of their ideas are, well, a little out there.
You can say that again. We're talking about nuclear power here, like
Yeah.
actual nuclear power to run AI.
Yeah, it's a big change, that's for sure, especially with how people feel about nuclear power.
Totally. Remember that data center, the one in Pennsylvania? The one that got bought up a while back?
Mm-mm.
Turns out it wasn't just about the data. They wanted it because it was close to a nuclear power plant.
Wow. That shows how serious they are about this energy problem. And then there's Microsoft. They made this deal to restart the 3 Mile Island plant.
Okay, yeah. That one's a little creepy, right? Like they're trying to rewrite history or something, especially with a place like 3 Mile Island.
It's definitely a bold move,
Yeah.
but it shows how far they'll go to get reliable energy for AI. But the biggest plan, the most ambitious one, that's got to be Google's goal. They want to have 7, count them, 7 new nuclear reactors online. And they want to do it in the next 10 years.
7. Okay, they are all in on nuclear power then. So these small nuclear reactors, though, what are those exactly? Are they different from the old kind?
Right. So these aren't the giant nuclear power plants, those huge ones.
Hmm.
These are smaller, kind of like building blocks. And they're designed to be safer, too. So it's making nuclear power a little less, scary for people.
So it's not just about having enough energy then, right? It's about trying to find cleaner energy, too.
Exactly. This is all happening while the whole world's trying to go green. Even the Biden administration and other world leaders, they're starting to include nuclear power in their plans. So it's like, we need to keep the lights on,
Yeah.
but we also want to do it in a way that's good for the planet.
Makes sense. It does make you wonder, though, is nuclear the only way to go here? What about, I don't know, wind and solar power? Can't those power the AI revolution?
Well, it doesn't have to be just one or the other, right? We need a mix of everything. Nuclear is great because it's powerful and reliable. But things like wind and solar, those are still super important.
So you're saying even with all the renewable energy we're trying to use, we still need something more to keep up with AI because it just needs so much power.
Exactly. The way we use and think about energy is changing so fast. And we've got to use everything we've got to make sure we're doing things the right way.
And Google, with their plan for those 7 reactors by 2035, that's a pretty long-term plan.
Yeah.
Are they expecting that AI is just going to keep needing more and more energy?
I think it's a clear sign that they are. You see, AI depends on data, like huge amounts of information. It needs to process all that data to learn and do what we ask. And all that processing power, well, it takes a ton of energy. A ton. And it's only going to get more demanding as AI gets smarter, Some people even say that data is like the new oil.
The new oil.
Yeah, like oil powered the last century, right? They're saying data is the fuel for this whole AI age.
Wow, that's a pretty crazy thought. But it makes you wonder then, if AI needs all this energy just to work, could it also be part of the solution to our energy problems?
It's kind of funny, right? Like a paradox. We're worried about powering AI, but AI could actually help us use energy better in other ways.
How so?
Well, think about it. AI could manage things like power grids, make them way more efficient, so we waste less energy.
So instead of just using energy, AI could help us use it smarter.
Exactly. We're already seeing the beginning of that. But it's just the start, you know?
It's kind of mind-blowing. Like, algorithms could be running our entire energy grid someday.
It's a big change, for sure. And Google's not the only one in the game either. Other big companies like OpenAI, they're looking into this too.
So it's not just one company going all in on this. It seems like everyone's starting to realize how important this energy problem is.
Definitely. It makes you think, what if these tech companies, what if they become the energy companies of the future?
Whoa, you mean like instead of getting our electricity from the power company, we
Yeah.
get it from Google or Amazon?
Exactly. It sounds crazy, but is it really that far-fetched?
I guess not. This whole conversation has been pretty eye-opening, though. We're not just talking about some tech thing here. It's way bigger than that. It's
Right.
like we're at this turning point with energy and technology.
I totally agree. It's a big shift, just like the Industrial Revolution.
And just like back then, there are going to be challenges, right? Things we didn't see coming, things we'll have to learn as we go.
Exactly, but that's what makes it so important. We have to learn from the past and make sure we're doing this right.
So where do we go from here? We've talked about the challenges, the potential problems, but what about the good stuff? If AI can really help us manage energy better, could it actually lead to a more sustainable future, even with all the energy it needs itself?
It's a big question, and it's one we're all going to have to figure out together.
It's wild, right? Like we're right on the edge of something huge. And whatever we do now is going to change everything.
Definitely. It's easy to get caught up in all the hype, you know, or even just the fear of it all. But when you get down to it, AI is a tool, just like anything else. And like any tool, it's how we use it that matters.
So we've got this incredibly powerful technology. It's already changing the world, but it needs a ton of energy. And that's pushing these tech companies to do some unexpected things. Like, remember when everyone thought nuclear power was done? Now they're using it to power the AI revolution.
And that just shows you how much things are changing. It's not just about having enough energy anymore. It's about finding clean energy, sustainable energy, the kind that can keep up with our technology, but also protect the planet at the same time.
And the crazy part is AI might be the key to doing that. Like, it's the problem and the solution all rolled into one.
It's a lot to wrap your head around, that's for sure.
Well, that's what we try to do here on the Deep Dive. We take these big, complex issues and we break them down, try to make sense of it all so you can navigate this crazy, ever-changing world.
Exactly. It's all about asking the right questions.
And on that note, we'd like to leave you with one final thought. If AI can help us use energy more efficiently, could it actually help create a more sustainable future, even with its own growing energy needs? It's a question worth thinking about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into AI and energy. We'll see you next time.